There are calls you answer and immediately know you weren't supposed to hear them. Not because they're dangerous, not because they're urgent, but because they carry something out of place. A scent of the past, a noise that doesn't belong to this timeline. A detail your brain tries to ignore, but your body notices too quickly. The call that became File 012 began like that. It was 11:51 p.m. when the line at my desk rang. The tone wasn't strange. I'd heard that sound 1,000 times. But there was something in the silence before the ring that froze me. Like the line had already been open before I answered. I picked up the headset. "Emergency dispatch, what's your situation?" The woman on the other end was breathing unevenly, not panicked, contained, like she was trying not to make noise. "Sir, I need help. There's someone walking inside my house." I kept my voice steady. "Okay, ma'am, what's your name?" Silence. And then, trembling, "My name is Lydia." I asked for her address. She gave it quickly, quietly, like she was speaking while looking over her shoulder. "Is anyone else in the house with you?" I asked. What she answered didn't come immediately. It came hesitantly, like she was deciding whether or not to tell the truth. I think it's my mother." I expected confusion, elderly caller, stress, memory issues, fear. But Lydia continued. "My mother died in 1974. I didn't move." "Ma'am, are you sure you heard footsteps?" "I did. And she said my name." Her breath cracked, but the voice came out wrong, like it came from a throat that doesn't work anymore. Before I could ask anything else, the microphone picked up a sound behind her. A slow drag, bare feet sliding across old wooden floors. Lydia held her breath, then whispered, "She's in the hallway." The nearest unit was dispatched immediately. While they drove, I stayed on the line. "Ma'am, can you lock yourself in a room?" "I can't. The bedroom door jammed. It's opening on its own." There was a loud crack in the background, a grotesque splitting wood sound, followed by something like a broken throat trying to pull air through it. Lydia started crying silently. No scream, just shaking breaths. "Sir, the voice isn't hers. It isn't my mother. It isn't human." I told her to stay in the corner of the room, away from the door. The team reported. Dispatch were arriving at the location. Old house, lights off. I ordered a tactical approach. On the line, Lydia whispered, "She's trying to talk again. Sir, I don't want to hear it." The voice that came next was not meant to come out of a living body. It sounded like pulling an old, wet cable through the inside of a broken throat. "Lydia," she screamed. The radio burst with static. "Dispatch, we heard a scream. Going in now." Door kicked open. Footsteps rushing. The team split up. Silence. Too long. Then the team leader spoke, breathless. "Dispatch, there are footprints on the floor, leading from the hallway to the room." "Human footprints?" I asked. Silence. They're small, like an elderly woman's, but they're sunk deep into the wood, like she's impossibly heavy. The hallway was freezing. The team reported, "Temperature dropped at least 10 degrees in here." And then Lydia whispered, "She's looking at me." The team entered the bedroom. I heard their flashlights click up, wood creaking, something shifting in the corner. Then the agent said, voice trembling, "Dispatch, someone's here." Lydia sobbed uncontrollably. It's her, but it's not her." The agents describe what they saw, and I wish I could erase it from my mind. An elderly woman, white hair falling out in patches, gray skin stretched too thin over bone. Her body bent forward like her muscles had forgotten how to hold her up. And worst of all, her neck was broken, bent sideways at an angle no living person could survive, like it had been that way for decades. The thing turned its face toward the team. The eyes were hollow, too hollow, like something alive was crawling behind them. Then it smiled, a crooked, uncoordinated smile, like the cheeks were being pulled from the inside. The voice came out like wet fabric tearing. "My little girl." And again, "My little girl." The team leader stepped back. "Dispatch, this is not a person. It's not..." But before he finished, the creature took one step. Just one, and the wooden floor sunk like mud. Another step. Bones in the legs cracked like twigs. Another, and it was close enough to press its face against Lydia's. She screamed. The team rushed in. The radio exploded with static. Then everything went dark. Lights, radios, cameras, everything. When power returned, the creature was gone. Lydia was unconscious, and the team kept repeating, "We didn't hear footsteps. We didn't see it leave. It just wasn't here anymore." Lydia survived, but she never spoke again. Never. And the corner of the room where the creature stood stayed wrong. Darker than shadow, darker than the absence of light, a black that didn't move. 2 days later, reviewing the audio call, I noticed something no one heard during the call. Right before Lydia screamed, a voice appears in the background. Broken, dragged, impossible. It whispers, "I came back because she called me." And in the final report, one detail has no explanation. Lydia didn't call alone. The call originated from inside the house, but not from her phone. It came from a number listed in the records as 1974, line deactivated. And the name attached to that line? Her mother's.